Hello, and welcome to this Deepwater video tutorial. This is one in a series of video tutorials for students to help orient them to the simulation and to help them understand how to play the game. I'm assuming in this tutorial that you have already registered and already paid for the simulation. And once you've done that, you go to deepwatersim.com and just enter your user ID, which is the email address you registered with, and your password, and click sign in. Now this takes you to your home screen. And on the left hand side you see there's a student profile section. On the right is a calendar and announcements. And so right now the game has not actually started. The game starts on, as we see on the right hand side here, on the 11th of August, which is tomorrow, at 8 a.m. So there's really not much you can do right now. You have to wait until the game starts. But this will orient you to how the game is set up. On the left-hand side, student profile under account administration. And there's some basic information here. Some of it you can change, some of it you can't. Your class code is the class code you use to register, and that's what connects you to your instructor and to the course that this game is being used in. If you're in a different time zone than your instructor, you make sure to change that time zone right here. But most of you are going to be in the same time zone as your instructor. There's your email address, which you can change if you would like. It needs to be an active email that you check regularly, because lots of announcements will come out of the system and potentially from your instructor to that email address. Student ID, only enter that if your instructor has requested it. On the right hand side, the usual change password option, and so you can change your password here if you would like to do that. Alrighty, let's go back to the home screen. Let's go back to the home screen. And now that we finished with the account administration side, we can look at the simulation side. You'll see up in the right hand corner there will always be a red square that will indicate where you are in the game. And right now the game has not started yet, so that's what round pre means. We're in the preliminary period. So the game hasn't started yet. The game has to start. Your instructor has to assign to you a rig and assign you to a team if you're playing in a team before you can actually begin to play. So right now we're just at the point in time where the game is not yet started. If we look at the calendar side on the left, are practice rounds. This game has been structured by your instructor with 2 practice rounds, and you see the deadlines for each round, and 8 regular rounds. How your instructor sets this up, of course, can be very different. You may have just 1 practice round, or you may have more than 2 practice rounds. And you may have any number of regular rounds, and their deadlines are going to vary depending on what your instructor has decided in terms of how to use the simulation. So if we look at practice rounds, round P1, the first practice round, the deadline for that is August 18th at 8 a.m. That's about 8 days from when I'm recording this video. And you need to enter your first practice round decisions by that time. That's when the round closes. After that time, after August 18th at 8 a.m., you will no longer be able to enter decisions for round P1. The round closes at that time. The system calculates the results and generates reports that tell you how you did and how your competitors did. And at that point, the next round opens up. So it's not possible to enter decisions ahead of time. You need to enter decisions for each round as that round opens up. Okay. And then on the right-hand side under announcements, that's where any system announcements or any announcements from your instructor will appear. So you want to pay attention to that, because there's certainly going to be a number of announcements there. Alrighty, so that's what the screens look like at this point. before the game actually starts. And then I'll show you a video tutorial. The next video tutorial will show you how things look once the game has started. I also wanted to draw your attention to the help. We have two kinds of help. We have video help and help documents. And by the time you actually register and go to your help page, there'll be a number of other video tutorials for you here. But that's where you can find them, and there's lots of very useful information here under help documents. Okay, so that's the end of this video tutorial. Thank you very much.